Welcome in, everybody, to the Jays Digest pregame show. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. Now we're going to be previewing a pretty big game today in the Seattle Mariners and Blue Jays series. It's Easton McGee against Kevin Gausman on the mound today. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup. The must-win, or I guess the harder game of the three-game set, was yesterday's game with Luis Castillo opposing Alek Manoah on the mound, and the Jays found a way to win. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't always the most picturesque victory, but they found a way to beat the Seattle Mariners and kind of exercise some of their demons. So they're going for the series win today and a chance at the sweep tomorrow if they can get it done tonight.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, big game today. Big game. We win the series with a win today, like you said, and I don't know, it's going to be a fun one. We are heavy favorites with Kevin Gausman on the hill, and obviously I don't know, Chris Flexen got scratched, so we're going up against a AAA starter, which, honestly, the way the Jays play could mean that he's going to shut us out, but we'll see how that goes. What's up, Shane?
The way Flexen's been pitching, it's probably bad news for the Jays because he had about a 9 ERA so far in his 4 starts, and he has not looked good. And I think that's why there were so many lefties in the lineup, which you'll see right now for the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, let's get into the lineup previews here.
Yeah, let's get into the lineup here, but pretty good lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays here with Springer, Bichette, Guerrero, Chapman, Varsho, Belt, Jansen, Biggio, Kiermaier, and Gausman. So Whit Merrifield and Alejandro Kirk get the days off today. You had some choice words for me heading into this pregame stream, Nick, and I want you to sound off here. What do you think about this lineup?
Yeah, I'm going to settle down a little bit. So I'm fine with Whit Merrifield being out today because he's played like 6 games in a row. Obviously, we had the off day recently, so it's still a bit annoying, but I would have liked to see Alejandro Kirk in there. Like, there's no reason Belt should be playing over Alejandro Kirk at all today, I don't think, unless they're resting him for, it was a kind of a quick turnaround, so maybe that's why. It could be the reason, but I don't know. I would have definitely liked to see Alejandro Kirk in there, and I don't know, it's just our 2 best hitters from yesterday are out. It just doesn't feel good. What's up, Mike?
I just know that Kirk's going to be back in there tomorrow because he's been catching Chris Bassett so well ever since that first start of the season that he had against the St. Louis Cardinals. So I guess that's the reason. Day game after a night game also makes more sense. He caught all 9 innings yesterday, went with Alek Manoah. So I give him a breather today. Belt against a righty, try to find his form. That's the only reason I could think of. But yeah, you don't want to run Kirk into the ground because he was so good in the first half last year, and he kind of faded away in the second half. So I know we want to see the best players play every day and have that best lineup forward and try to win each and every game, but you got to play the long game as well over the course of a 162 game season. And I'm okay with the lineup today. It sucks to not see Merrifield and Kirk in there because they've been so hot, but it also makes sense considering the landscape of the season, and the Jays have been on a roll. I think they could lose this one today and they'd still be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I agree, and I want the win today, though. Nick's saying that he's watching from the Rogers Center 4 beers deep. Enjoy. What's up, Broseph, Owen, Shane, Nick, New Brunswick, Mike, everyone. Saturday afternoon-ish game, depending where you're from. Biggio, yeah, I don't know. I guess they're trying to get Biggio going. Even Espinal could have been an option, but I guess against the righty, they wanted to give Biggio some reps. But we'll pop up the Mariners lineup here. You have Julio Rodriguez, Jared Kelenic, Suarez, Cal Raleigh, Teoscar Hernandez, J.P. Crawford, Colton Wong, Murphy, and Haggerty. So a decent, pretty similar lineup to yesterday. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this. Of course, with McGee pitching, we should be able to tee off on McGee and hopefully take care of business today with our ace on the hill.
Yeah, I tried looking up Easton McGee, and I could not find anything. The only information I had on him was his perfect game profile from when he was 16 years old. He was throwing 93 miles an hour. And he's tall. He's 6'6". He's 198 pounds. So he's got that wiry, lanky frame that you want out of a power pitcher. So you could probably run it up there. I couldn't find any prospect pages of him. But hey, who knows? These unknown pitchers tend to give most major league teams problems because you don't know much about them and you don't know what to expect. But if it was Chris Flexen, on the other hand, then I would expect an absolute beatdown out of this Jays offense. But I really don't know what to expect today. And hopefully Cal Raleigh could also settle down. He could give the Blue Jays a break today.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't know, it'd be a fun one to watch, though. It's always nice to see prospects. I'm assuming it's his major league debut. I didn't check.
It's not. He has three innings in his major league career, and he's a product of the Tampa Bay Rays, so that also scares me.
Okay, that is scary.
God. God, here we go.
Kirk's only played 100 games this year, 70 a catcher, 30 a DH. he'll probably play around 100 120. And do you have a bet of the day? If not, we can skip it
I do
over.
not. Give me a second. Give me a second
Sure.
here. Entertain the people while I look
Yes.
for one. I'll
Um,
try to find you
even
guys some value.
give Varsho a day off. I think Varsho's probably gonna get the day off at some point soon. He's been so cold. He's hitting under
Mhm.
200 now. We touched on it in yesterday's video. Kind of got the pitching
You know
matchup.
what, Nick? I got one, man.
Okay,
I
I'll
got one,
just
man.
get into that here now. Just
Has
quick.
nothing to do with today's game.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with it. Leafs money line. They're getting it done tonight. They are getting it done tonight. They are exercising those demons. It's going to be a good day for Toronto sports. I'll go Jays money line
He
and,
did,
and
Mike.
Leafs money line.
He did. I'm gonna go
Give
with
it to me.
Jays minus 1.5 today. I'm gonna go with Jays
I like
minus
it.
1.5. Flex and
like
did
it.
get scratched. We're not really sure why. We don't know why. I don't know if it's been released. If anyone in chat knows, make sure to let us know. But also make sure to hit the like button. And Peter, let's get into rapid fire now because we started a bit late today, and we're both obviously pretty busy today. But rapid fire for today. Go on, Peter. I think for our show will get hot again. I think so too. Hit the like button. Let's hit 25 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. We're so close to 7,000. That's a big milestone we've been waiting for a while. But what's your rapid fire for today's game, or for the question for today?
Do you think Dalton Varsho should move down in the order? And if so, where would you put him?
Yeah, I'd probably just move him down to like 6 or 7.
6?
Just change
And
something
who
up.
would slide up to 5?
I think
Kirk?
it depends. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If Kirk is in, then Kirk. Otherwise, even Merrifield, I wouldn't hate. Obviously, I'd rather some more
Okay.
power there, but it's just someone, even just to give Varsho a change of pace and just to see what he can do. But I think just move him down a couple, and they probably will soon. But at the same time, this lineup and this kind of similar construction has been winning us tons of games. We have an unreal record, one of the best in the majors. So I don't know. It's
Fifth best in the majors, third best in the American League
that'll
East.
even out.
So,
That'll even out. I have
try
full
to
faith.
wrap your head around that, if you will. And it's a tough division, real tough division. But hopefully the Jays can go out there and get that win today against Seattle, a team that has had their number in the past couple of seasons, not dating back to not only last year but probably the year before,
Yeah.
if you guys remember that. So it's been a rough go for the Blue Jays against the Seattle Mariners. I think they have the edge today with Kevin Gausman on the mound against Easton McGee. I like forget his name every time I'm about to mention him. Easton McGee. It's a pretty cool name, honestly. I like it. But
and I like that it's before
I give the
Leafs
Jays the
game.
edge today, and I think they go for the sweep tomorrow as well.
I like it before the Leafs game too, so you can watch the Leafs if you're a Leafs fan. But mine will just be. Man, I didn't even have one done up today. I guess I'm gonna ask you this question. I think there's a pretty. Who do you think is gonna end up with the higher OPS plus this year? Matt Chapman or Bo Bichette?
So, not
or
OPS.
sure, go OPS. I guess sure. Similar thing. Who's gonna
I'm
have the
gonna
highest
go
OPS?
with I'm gonna go with Chapman,
Okay.
just because he walks a lot more. But I do think it's going to even out, and he's probably going to end the season around 270-ish. That's what I expect. So I don't think he's going to hit 350 for the rest of the season, but he has been very good. And Bo, obviously, he's going to go on his cold streaks and hot streaks as well, but I think it'll all even itself out. And when it's all said and done, I'm going to go with Matt Chapman just because of his hot start.
And he has
got a
more
bit of a
power.
hot start.
He also has more.
Yeah,
more
he's
power.
got more power and takes a lot more pitches. So
I think it's possible. It could be a
I'll go with
Semyon
Chapman.
situation. Could be I'm gonna probably go with. I would lean Bo just because obviously he's an amazing hitter, but Matt Chapman has been unbelievable and he hasn't showed any signs of stopping. I think his coldest streak was like 0 for 6 or something in a row, which we'll take that all day long. Especially with this weird start last year where it was very slow start last year. But do you have another rapid fire? Or do you want to move on to the bold predictions?
So what you saw out of Alec Manoah yesterday, I don't want to harp on it too much, but if the play, I think we've asked this question before, but after yesterday's game and after a string of your playoff rotation look like if the game started tomorrow?
Playoff rotation in order. I think I go with Gausman, Manoah, Bassett, Barrios, probably in that order.
So you'd still have Manoah in the 2 spot
Yeah, I think I
Kevin
would.
Gausman?
I think I would.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. And are you more worried about Manoah?
No,
after yesterday?
I think I'm good for yesterday was rough. But I mean, He only gave up 2 runs, so I think I'd.
Yeah, the results were fine. The results
Yeah,
were
the
fine,
process
but
wasn't great.
his stuff was not sharp. But I'm still not worried for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alec Manoah just exudes confidence, and I know he's been a meme over the past couple months just because of those quotes that he came out with pre-playoffs, and maybe not the hottest of names right now around Major League Baseball, but I'm not worried about him. He's good, man. He's all good.
Shane with Gosman, Manoah, Kikuchi, Barrios, Bassett. Owen with Gosman, Bassett, Kikuchi, Manoah,
Bassett
Barrios.
to the pen. Bassett to the pen. Wow, that's
Barrios last. I,
that's tough.
I think they keep. I don't know. He's been great so far, so we'll see how it continues to go. But let's move on now to the bold predictions. Here we go. Bold predictions. As we're a few minutes away from, 10 minutes away from first pitch. We'll wrap up in a few. I'm clearly joining late, but in Merrifield, Steel Rouse parking space. Alta, I think he's played 6 games in a row, so I guess they're just giving him an off day. That's what it seems like. That's what it seems like. But what's your bold prediction for today?
No, it's a scheduled off day. It's a scheduled off day. He's 34 years old. We got to remember that he's not the 29-year-old that he was in Kansas City when he was the AL hits leader and the stolen bases leader. He's not that same player. He's still really good and really valuable, but you got to manage these guys once they start to get on the wrong end of 30, and I think that's what John Schneider is doing with Merrifield. Biggio is capable to hit against a AAA starter. At least he should be if he's in a major league uniform. So it makes sense to me for this lineup today. You want to get as many lefties out there as possible, and I'm okay with the lineup as I stated earlier on in the pregame show. But my bold prediction is that Dalton Varsho is going to break out of his slump today, and he's going to hit for the cycle.
Very, very,
That's my
very, very bold.
prediction.
Weird echo repeat. Your sound is askew. Okay.
Mine. Is it mine?
I think something may have happened. Let us know if it's just you, if it's just Ron. If not, I'll see what I can do to fix it. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see what I can do. Is the sound messed up for anyone else, or is it good? It should be good now. Peter, speak. I think we're good.
Yeah,
we should be.
I don't know. I mean, it sounds fine on my end, but I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, let us know. I was right yesterday with the Kirk home run. I was also right with the 3-2 prediction. Sound is fine here for me. Okay, I redid it anyways just to double check, but it looks good on my end. But yeah, I was right with the Kirk home run, and I was right with the 3-2 prediction, which is crazy. Belka's 2 home runs. Varsho going off against a player. Merrifield has a pinch hit triple. I like that one, Alta. I like that one a lot.
I like that.
I'm gonna go with Belt 2 home runs. I'm gonna go with Patty M. I'm gonna go with the same. Good sound, perfect. Thank you. We're gonna go with the same as Patty M. Belt 2 home runs. Revenge. I don't know about revenge, but he has a comeback game. He has a game where he finally does well after he hasn't really had a great game this season besides that one against the Yankees, I believe.
Brandon Belt, yeah. Well, the home opener as well. He was pretty good.
Yeah, he
went 3 for
double.
4. He's streaky. He's always been that way. But when he's hot, and he can. I wouldn't say he could carry a ball club at this stage in his career, but he can definitely help lengthen the middle of that order when he's going right. So I'd like to see Belt keep getting those at bats, especially against these lower caliber right-handed pitchers, just to get him in that rhythm. He's still striking out at a ridiculous clip, and I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather see him put it in play, but if you can offer some power every now and then, I guess that's what you signed him for, right? You're not signing the 29-year-old Brandon Belt. You're signing the 34-year-old Brandon Belt.
Yeah, Mike. I think it's because Peter's he's at a different setup, so there is a little bit of background noise, but it's that'll be fixed for the next stream.
Yeah, it might be the fan in the background
Probably.
there.
Varsho 3 homer game, spring of dinner day. Jack, fantastic content. Thanks, Jack. Bold prediction: Biggio home run, 2 singles, 2 stolen bases. I like that. I like that a lot. That's an interesting one. I think Biggio might be due. He might be due. It depends. All right. Any final Q&As before we wrap up or anything you want to touch on, Peter? We're a few minutes away from first pitch.
Owen's got a question.
Sure.
Owen's got a question here for me. Peter, what's your thoughts on Varsho? I think his swings have been really bad last night. He missed at least 2 pitches right down the middle. Yeah, he's not clicking right now. And I think he'll figure it out. I gave the example of Matt Chapman from last season. He came to a new team, had high expectations, was trying to do too much in the beginning. He was a sub 200 hitter for the first 2 months of the season, and then you're he kind of started to heat up. He was very hot in the month of July, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Varsho will get there. And now look at Matt Chapman. He did a full 180. He's a completely different hitter than he was last season in a Blue Jays uniform. So you got to give him time. Varsho's going to be here for at least another 4 seasons, unless they re-sign him to a longer deal than that. But I think he'll be fine. He's just missing those pitches up in the zone right now. He's whiffing a lot. He's got to go back to what made him successful. Pull the ball and get it in the air, and that's all that matters.
Take care, Nick. Nick, enjoy the game at the Rogers Center. Bold prediction: Biggio pulls his hamstring, which now refuses to replace him with Wicks' scheduled day off. I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't pull his hammy. When does Mo get a guest spot in the show for all the support? Shane, whenever he wants to. He knows the spot's always open for him. He knows it's here.
It's up to him. It's up to him whether he wants to or not.
He's a busy lad. Also, with however our show is doing, I don't see him hitting over 250. So realistically, I only see 220 to 250 right now. I mean, and he could literally have a hot week and be up to 260, 270. So.
But that's what he is, though. He is a 250 hitter.
Yep.
But he's so good that he's contributing in other facets of the game.
Yeah.
His defense is impeccable.
Base running's great.
His base running has totally changed this team, and he's a lefty. He's got power. He's hit 25-plus home runs in the big leagues. Give him time. And I stressed this before the season started. Don't be too hard on Dalton Varsho. This is only his second full season in the major leagues. So the power is going to come. He's just getting more acclimated to the AL East pitching. He's not only coming from a different team, he's coming from a different league. He hasn't even seen half of these pitchers. So it makes sense as to why he's struggling. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Give him time. You're going to be very thankful to have him on your team come playoff time.
I agree. At the end of the season, we'll be happy. And, speaking of moves we made, the Eric Swanson, we did get the at-bat versus Teoscar like we discussed in the pregame.
Mm-hmm.
And Swanson's our second best reliever. You can honestly argue he's our best reliever, but we'll keep that with Jordan Romano. But he's been unbelievable. And hopefully we're able to I would like a game today where we knock on the rookie and we get to just stress-free game going into tomorrow, because tomorrow's an early afternoon.
I want to see Pearson get in.
Yes,
I want to see Pearson.
I think he will
get in today.
I think he will.
I want to see an 11-0 ball game and Pearson gets in there.
Yeah, I think Pearson. Yeah, either gets in if we're up by a lot or down by a lot. TV dinner has been awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to say, Peter, before we wrap up? Shout out everyone in here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. This was we started a bit later than usual. Did I miss the bold predictions? Jacob, I got you real quick before we wrap up. Mine was 2 home runs from Belts. Peter was
the cycle for Dalton Varsho.
Those are bold
before
predictions.
We let you guys go, I just want to thank each and every one of you for the support. Sorry for the late start today. That's on me.
I was late anyways.
Back at it. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 35 minutes before first pitch, and we'll have you covered. We'll have a longer pregame show for the series finale, and hopefully tomorrow the Jays are going for the sweep, and we're discussing another win out of the Jays.
Thank you, Colette. And we'll have a post-game video for you right after, or very soon.
Score prediction.
After the game. Score prediction. Thanks, Cameron. Thanks for the show. Thanks, Cameron. 8-5 Jays.
8-5? 11-2 Jays. Breakout game.
I'm going to go with 8-3 Jays.
Breakout game.
I changed my mind. 8-3 Jays.
8-3.
Forgot Gosman was pitching for a second. Brosev 8-3. Okay, you got it as well.
Baby.
All right, we'll see you in the post-game video tonight, and if you're out enjoying your Saturday night and don't catch the video, then catch it after or in the morning, and we'll see your stream tomorrow. Thanks, Shane.
And enjoy the Leafs game, too.
Enjoy that
the
if you're a
game
Leafs
too
fan.
Tonight.
It'll be fun even if you aren't a Leafs fan to watch. But take it easy and enjoy the game.